Oh, I'm sick. Don't mind me. Anyways, I watched a Michael Jackson movie a week ago, so this review is pretty late. But I noticed that there were a lot of mixed reviews on the movie. There are people who do like the movie. I'm one of those people. There are people who don't like the movie. I understand why. So, spoiler alert. I mean, it's a biopic. If you've been following along Michael Jackson's story, this isn't really a spoiler. So, the biopic, really, the movie overall just feels like it's a compilation of his most iconic moments. Like, you get to see the whole Thriller remake, Beat It performance when he gets the Crips and the Bloods together, and the famous moonwalk sequence from Billie Jean performance at his like concert. It's like that, and I think the whole biopic that comes to play is when he was like a child. He was part of the Jackson 5, like his little, boy band with his brothers that his father sets up. But his father is like an ass like throughout the whole movie, and like cuz he's like using Michael, like he's like taking advantage of him because he has a really beautiful voice. That's like the selling point of the Jackson 5. And whenever like Michael wants to like take a break or something, go like, "Hey Pop, can I just, get some rest?" His dad whips out the belt and he gives him a big whooping on him, and just really he's just not a likable guy at all. And as he grows, his father is still like using him, and even like with Michael, like as soft as he is, as he's like shown in the movie, he just can't stand up to his father until the very end when he does his tour, his like final tour with his brothers. That's when he tells his dad, "No more, I'm gonna do my own thing." And the movie ends like at the part where he's like done with the tour. So around like 1983, I think that's like the final part of that movie. So it's not like it follows Michael Jackson all the way through. And this is where the controversy that on this movie has been like spiraling, where people don't like how the movie doesn't give you an iota of detail or any discussion of the allegations he has faced in the past. If you don't need to be like a Michael Jackson fan. Oh my gosh. My sinus, it's killing me. Don't care, I can't hold this video off any longer. Anyways, the controversy is, there's no talk about like his allegations and stuff. And that's been a big part of his history, his career. Of like towards the end, of course, like before he died and after like his vitiligo, I think that's what the skin condition is called, where it's like he's all like completely like lost all the melanin, the melanocytes, that's what it's called. But and that does make sense. I get why people are so upset about that. And from what I've heard, apparently his family was in charge of the whole production. So I guess maybe they had a say in like, hey, let's not talk about the sensitive stuff. Let's just make Michael look as grand and fantabulous as he has been in his music career. Which, yes, Michael Jackson is like the king of pop. Like, he is a renowned music artist, whether you like him or not. Not a big fan of his music. I mean, but I do, love the popular songs. Like, I still like, Billie Jean, Beat It. Like, those two are probably my favorites. But I couldn't tell you more about his whole like catalog of music. But it does make sense why people are upset, because it doesn't feel like it's a biopic. It's just a remaster of like his best hits and gives you like a behind the scenes of it. And like towards the end, it just kind of feels like a concert almost. Like it feels like, hey, for those who've never been to a Michael Jackson concert, this is what it feels like. And, I tried to enjoy it, but my goodness, the popcorn I ate, for some reason, it just made me so gassy that I really couldn't enjoy it. My stomach was hurting. It was pretty bad. But the point is, I see where the criticism is, and I think there is some clout to that, where this movie doesn't really stand as a biopic. It's just a fun movie of Michael Jackson going hee hee and then doing all the performances. Like, I really do think Jafar, Michael Jackson's nephew, he does a really good job as like portraying Michael. Obviously, like, if you've seen the movie, like, the voice, there's like a voice modulator to it. Like, Jafar doesn't actually sound like Michael, but apparently, like, for all the singing and performances and whatnot, like, he's actually, is singing with a little bit of modulation here and there, but I think he did a fantabulous job. I mean, there's no denying that the dude could actually do the moonwalk. Like, it's not like they had, like, a stuntman step in. I would think so. Like, it would be a little sad if it was someone else that did the moonwalk, but I'm pretty sure it was him. He does the moonwalk. He really does portray, like, Michael's, like, movements and mannerisms, like, that you can't really, like, replicate unless you put a lot of, like, practice and, effort into it. I think the guy did amazing, and I think this was a fun movie, but it's not, like, a serious film that, people are expecting. I don't know. The trailers never, like from what you see in the trailers, it didn't feel like they were gonna talk about those kind of sensitive topics. Like, even for a skin condition, they actually don't really talk about it as much. Like, they kind of have Michael go to the hospital, and then he gets checked up on it. Like, oh, how's it going? It's like, yep, it's spreading, and then that's it. There's no mention of that after that. That's just the only time they talk about, like, the sensitive stuff. Like, really, the whole, like, thing about this film is just his father, where he is just always constantly, like, taking advantage of Michael. His mother, the one parent who is, like, very loving and very, like, intimate with Michael, which is weird because, it seems like they focus a lot on his family, but you actually don't get to see, like, his brothers, like, interact with him, other than, like, Michael's like, yo, you want to play some Twister? And then they're just like, nah, I'm good. That's it. Like, I thought, maybe were they ever jealous of Michael's voice, that he is, like, getting all the attention and fame? Seems like the brothers don't really care. And, like, Michael, he's, like, trying to get them, like, have some moments too. Like, he'll, like, give the mic to them, have them sing a few bars. Like it does show, like, the camaraderie, I guess, when they're a band together. But outside of, like, the music realm, like, what are they like as a family? They don't really ever dive deep into, which I guess that's fine, but I mean, it's a freaking biopic. I'm not expecting an amazing story, but it's like, okay, like, I just thought it was interesting that they never dig deep in that. Maybe that there wasn't really much importance to it, maybe in real life, but I don't know. I just thought that was something that would have been cool to explore, but whatever. Because not every biopic has to be, like, entirely accurate. Like, they can tweak a few stuff here and there for the sake of, like, entertainment, but it's like, whatever. Like, that doesn't really bother me. No need to drag this video any longer. I'm also, like, the allergies for some reason is just, like, hitting me now. It's only just, like, hit me, like, an hour ago, but point is, I like the movie. I can see why people didn't really like it. I can see, I don't really agree with Rotten Tomatoes. It's got, like, a 38% right now. For the sake of, like, a biopic and what it's supposed to be, yeah, it doesn't really do that, but it's a freaking Michael Jackson movie. You're gonna get a lot of hee-hee moments. Like, that's what you sign up for when you step into that theater. That's all I gotta say. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully in the next video I'm not as sick. Peace.